Hi everyone, I'm Pieta Valentine. I've written 2 books, The Resident's Voice from a Dementia Unit and The Resident's Rise from a Dementia Unit. Now, today is on activating the past memory of a person in a dementia unit. This doesn't require quite so much imagination as activating present memory and being present in a dementia unit. Those 2 videos I've just done, but still it's as important. It is important because activating past memory, of course, is where all the historical memories of one's life are. All the family, you know, everything of a person's life is in the memory bank of the past. So activating that is a very precious exercise. So I'll go through one typical example at a dementia unit, and you can sort of take it from there. So with the workshops, a lot of it was about tapping into past memory, especially Netflix programs on the smart TV. For example, The Crown. That was fantastic because The Crown has the Queen's life, and the Queen's life, Elizabeth II, the Queen's life is directly parallel to a lot of their lives, with them being in their mid-90s, many of them when she was alive, or early 90s. So that whole program, or the Winston Churchill and World War II and the Depression, they can link into that with the Netflix series, linking into their past memory and activating that. So as a relative, when you come in, if the person is engaged in an activity like that, it's actually important to let them complete that activity. So if you can see that they're really engaged in the program and loving it, you know, you can see by their expression and their animation, then sit down with them and let them see the end of it. You know, not to whisk them away as often happens because you're in a rush to get the visit over, because that can be quite distressing. They miss out on that lovely experience. They like to complete their experiences, you know, of movies that they're watching, just like we do. So assuming that she's just watched The Crown, then you can extend that with the visit. So when you sit down and talk to her, it can be all about, you know, Queen Elizabeth, and you can actually get one of the magazines from the unit library or bring in a commemorative book on the Queen and go through, you know, the coronation and I'm sorry about that noise, there's huge trees here and they're being felled, you know, they're always being felled because they're so huge. One branch is like a massive tree. So it's on all the time. I'm sorry, I have to just carry on because that won't fade out. Mind you, it is getting loud. Anyway, okay, so with the commemorative book, Queen Elizabeth, Prince Philip, carry on and extend on from the Crown program with dialogue about the Queen and everything about the Queen they like, actually. Look, everything about the Queen, Prince Philip, Princess Margaret, you can do anything on that and they love it. And it just keeps that past memory, that activation, that memory bank stimulated, because you want to keep the thinking stimulated. That's the thing. You want to keep the thinking positive, practical, stimulated. So as the more that you can keep away from the dementia spins and the dementia blanks, which happen from time to time, and stress, anxiety, depression, which happens a lot more of the time, but the more you can keep away from that, keep the thinking engaged with things that they enjoy, that's the way for them to be able to have a better quality of life in a dementia unit. So keep up with that. And then another way of bringing about and activating past memory is to bring in photo albums or scrapbooks from home. Better still, have some stored in the drawer or cupboard of your mother's room, and then you can bring them out at visiting time and go through those nice and slowly, being present. You know, I was just listening last night, Oprah Winfrey was having an interview with a Buddhist monk, and he was so peaceful. Actually, that's why I was inspired to talk about presence today, I have to say, in the, you know, video 2 back. He was explaining that when he had a cup of tea It took him 1 hour to have a cup of tea. And I could see Oprah Winfrey thinking, 1 hour to have a cup of tea. I mean, imagine, she's got no time. I don't know how she does what she does in a day. But anyway, so bring out the photo album. Get a favourite picture that you know about and that your mother knows about. So for example, say it's you being one of the children and your two brothers at the beach at Sumner with the sandcastles, you know, and your big sandcastle in the photo. Now, if you've been in that, if it was a photo of you and you were building the sandcastle and you know about Sumner, then you can build a whole story out of that one photo. It's good to drill deep on one story. It's actually much better to do that than to skim over a lot of stuff. It's just too much. Go into the story, you know, how old you were, maybe you were 5, and, you know, hopefully, if she's not remembering your name at this point, of course, repeat your name all the way through, that you are Sue, say. Sue in the photo, Sue is 5 years old, yes, that's me, I'm now however old. And then this is, say, Barry, and he is 3, and then your other brother, John, say, and he's 6, or whatever. And then keep explaining the names, keep explaining the ages, and then your mother can, yes, we did go to Sumner for Christmas holiday, wasn't it lovely? And then she might remember, oh, and we stayed at that little blue batch by the sea. Yes, it was blue, and you're right, and we have a photo of that little blue batch with us outside it. Next page, there's the blue batch. Wow, wasn't it wonderful holidays we had? We used to have a barbecue on the beach with marshmallows. Yes, here's the marshmallows. Marshmallows on a stick. That's what we do in New Zealand. Marshmallows on a stick are a big deal over barbecues in the summer, all melting inside and crisp and crunchy on the outside. So this is the way, you know, to capture that one image. It's actually really enjoyable, not just for the person, but for you. It becomes really enjoyable because the thing is, you actually have to sort of research your own thinking to make it dynamic and to bring it to life, and to sort of, and then you start to, yeah, actually those holidays were really good, and you know, with your brothers, and it's good for not just people in dementia facilities to activate their past positive memories, but it's good for us as well. It's happiness, isn't it? Happy memories bring happy feelings, so what's not good about that? So in this way, you can enjoy your visit. Your mother loves the visit. Look, you can spend one visit, one photo, and God, how many photos in a photo album? It could be, well, hundreds. I've got masses of photo albums here. It's like a century's worth. So, you know, this is just one example, isn't it, of activating a past memory, and a very good one. Now, probably best to keep the not so good photo albums, or the ones that, you know, if someone else comes in and sort of picks them up and puts them, you know, somewhere out the window or whatever, you probably want to have the good photo albums at home and the other photo albums in the drawer in the room, just in case they go missing or get torn or something like that. But I'm sure you've got enough around, hopefully. Or you can photocopy them even, when I think about it. You know, you can just photocopy the nice pictures and bring them in, and then, you know, if they get ripped up, it doesn't matter. You've still got the originals. That's probably a good idea. And also with some of the photos, blow them up and put them up on the wall so that your mother can look at them and enjoy them and experience them and talk to them with her carers, talk about them with her carers in the room. Wonderful ideas, aren't they? That's just one idea. Photos in a photo album. Yes, can go on forever, and that's the way to go about it. Research it, think about it yourself, activate it, enjoy it, and bring all that out for your mother and the other residents. And it actually extends our personality as well as the resident, even if in part. So thank you for your interest and your shares and your views. I can see time's up. Thank you, and please pass on the links, and please subscribe. Oh yes, thank you for the subscriptions. I've got a few new subscriptions. I'm actually really enthusiastic about that. Thank you.